I want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
The extreme wealth, power, and invisible force of a president inside the world of Donald Trump. Let me show you something crazy. Donald Trump doesn't just travel, he moves with power. He owns a private Boeing 757 worth over $100 million. Not rented, not borrowed, owned.
The plane is very much an extension of the Trump brand.
Inside this aircraft, gold-plated seatbelt buckles, custom Italian leather seats worth tens of thousands of dollars, a private bedroom in the sky, entertainment systems worth over $1 million. Every single hour in the air costs thousands of dollars. This is not a jet, this is a flying mansion. And that's just the beginning. Because when power rises, when global tension builds, when situations like Iran enter the conversation, everything changes. Now we step out of luxury and into something else entirely. The Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit A stealth bomber worth over $2.1 billion each. Let that sink in. $2.1 billion for one aircraft. Invisible to most radar systems. Capable of crossing continents without being seen. Engineered to deliver power anywhere on Earth. This is not aviation. This is dominance. Authority statement. This is not luxury anymore. This is control.
These gorgeous B-2 bombers. Give me that bomber, Andrews. Let me just hug that little sucker. Give me that bomber over there. Thank you. You knew immediately which one. This looks small, but in person it's very big.
And just when you think that's the peak, there's something the world hasn't even fully seen yet. The Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider, a next-generation bomber, estimated at over $700 million per unit. More advanced, more silent, more untouchable, not fully revealed to the public, not fully understood, but already shaping the future of global power.
You're representing General Doolittle and the Raiders at the naming of the B-21 Raider.
Authority statement. At this level, money doesn't buy things, it commands nations. And it doesn't stop there, because beyond jets, beyond bombers, there is something higher. Nuclear command capability, global reach, an invisible force that can respond from anywhere at any time. You're not just looking at wealth, you're looking at unchecked power. Now, step back into the world of personal luxury. Welcome to Trump Tower, a skyscraper worth hundreds of millions of dollars. At the top, a penthouse valued at over $100 million. Gold imported from Europe. Marble floors costing over $10,000 per slab. Design inspired by royal palaces. This is not an apartment. This is a statement.
When did you first get the idea for the Trump Tower?
We really had the idea about 3 years ago when we realized the site was available and we wanted to do something.
Now, Florida. Welcome to Mar-a-Lago, worth over $300 million. Oceanfront land worth millions per acre. Membership fees over $200,000 just to enter. Annual dues in the tens of thousands. Inside, billionaires, world leaders, private influence. This is not a home. This is a private empire.
Donald Trump isn't here right now, but he's expected for the weekend. Otherwise, I'm sure they wouldn't let me in. But when
It expands globally. Golf courses worth tens to hundreds of millions, luxury resorts generating millions yearly, skyscrapers carrying the Trump name across the world. This is not business. This is a system. Now stack everything together. A $100 million jet, a $100 million penthouse, a $300 million estate, a global empire worth billions, and access to a $2.1 billion stealth bomber, a $700 million next-generation aircraft, global military reach, invisible strike capability. Authority statement. This is where billionaires stop and presidents begin. Now look at the lifestyle this creates. Private flights costing tens of thousands per hour. Renovations costing millions. Clubs where entry alone costs over $200,000. Events where one night costs hundreds of thousands. From boardrooms to private estates to the skies above the earth, everything is designed for one thing: power. And then the final level.
I'm using my own money. I'm not using the lobbyists. I'm not using donors. I don't care. I'm really rich.
Welcome to Air Force One, a flying command center worth over $200 million plus, advanced communication systems, defense capabilities beyond public pricing, the ability to control operations midair. This is not transportation. This is authority in motion. On the ground, the Cadillac won the Beast, worth over $1.5 million. Bulletproof armor, explosive resistant body, medical systems built inside. This is not a car. This is survival at the highest level. So when you look at Donald Trump, don't just see the man, see the scale. A $100 million jet, a $100 million penthouse, a $300 million estate, a multi-billion-dollar empire, billion-dollar war machines, global reach, invisible force. This is not normal wealth. This is not regular luxury. This is what happens when money, power, influence, and global dominance all meet at the very top. And the truth is, what you've seen so far, that's just the surface. Because the real story, the deals, the risks, the rise, the losses, and the comeback, that's where it gets even more dangerous. Because beyond the wealth, beyond the aircraft, beyond the global power, there is something deeper. Donald Trump's net worth is estimated at $6.5 billion, largely driven by cryptocurrency ventures.
America, the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet, and we're taking historic action to deliver
Increased licensing deals and his real estate portfolio. His fortune grew by approximately $1.4 billion. This is not just money growth. This is expansion, authority statement. At this level, wealth doesn't just grow, it multiplies. Now look at the foundation of his life. He is a businessman, a politician, a real estate developer, a person who built his name through deals, branding, and large-scale investments. And that combination creates something rare, a life where money, influence, and visibility all connect. Now step into the vehicles, because when someone operates at this level, everything they move with reflects status. Rolls-Royce Phantom worth over $450,000, a symbol of quiet luxury, built for presence, not attention. Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, a classic piece of automotive history, rare, timeless, valuable beyond just price. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a fusion of speed and engineering, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Each vehicle represents a different layer of wealth, but none of them define the real movement. Because when he moves in public, it becomes something structured. A convoy. Multiple vehicles moving together as one unit. Coordinated movement. High-level protection. Every route planned in advance. Every detail controlled. At the center, the Cadillac One Armored. Secure. Engineered for extreme protection. Authority statement. This is not just movement. This is precision. This is control. Now step into the personal side. The family. Donald Trump is married to Melania Trump, known for her elegance, composure, and private presence. He has 5 children: Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, Eric Trump, Tiffany Barron Trump, each one raised within a world of opportunity, education, and exposure to high-level business and global influence. Some are involved in business, some operate in public and professional spaces, all connected to a powerful legacy. This is not just a family, this is a continuation of influence.
And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Authority statement. Wealth builds comfort, but legacy builds power. Now bring everything together. A private jet worth over $100 million. Luxury cars worth hundreds of thousands each. A global real estate empire. Billions in net worth. A family connected to influence and business. This is not a normal life. This is a life built on scale, on decisions that move millions, on deals that shape industries, on a presence that commands attention. Final authority statement. This is what happens when business, power, and influence operate at the highest level. And the truth is, most people only see the surface, but what you're seeing here is just a glimpse. Because the real story, the deals, the risks, the rise, the setbacks, and the comeback.
On Iran, the Supreme Leader today said that U.S. attack could spark a regional war. Giving you response to that, sir?
Why wouldn't he say that? Of course he is.
That's where it gets even deeper. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't ordinary content. So if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because what comes next will take you even further.